The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Ravens and the Buccaneers coming up next.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime?
Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And bringing them out is a player who's a dual-threat quarterback who started 4 years at Louisville, and that's Malik Cunningham.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. To throw on second down, Cunningham. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
Cunningham. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Cunningham. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They keep it with Henry on first down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And off the option, he'll try and run with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Henry up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. And he comes back with one complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers from 6 yards away. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's got daylight. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Cunningham's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Facing fourth down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, of that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mayfield on play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on a guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They run straight ahead here with White. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Inside the 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. He'll leave this one for White. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And now the rookie's free. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here's 2nd and 10. Cunningham to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. 15 yards there for number 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Cunningham looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Mayfield. To Evans on the slant. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield off the play fake. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On the left side, a catch by White. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Rashad White. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs are back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. McLaughlin for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all finished off by a touchdown catch from Rachaad White. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Cunningham. And some room to roam now. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. Here's a 2nd and 8. Off the option, here's Henry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued.
Touchdown! Mark Andrews from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Opting to run again here with White. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Tough spot here, third down and 11. Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
He's going to keep this again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now Cunningham. Fighting to stay upright. Rolling to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to...
He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Cunningham. It's caught by Aguilar. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Cunningham. They shakes him off, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield now. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Shakes off the sack. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. On first down, it's Cunningham. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cunningham. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 63 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
104 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escapes the sack. Forced out to his left. And Mayfield will have a 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On the give, it's White. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They go with White on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 17-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Not only was it a double move route, it was the dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip him in time. Big play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. And his throw here's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach. all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Henry. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Cunningham to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. And he'll take this one down to the 36. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Cunningham looking to throw. Shifts by him, and he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Mayfield to throw it. He's got White here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw, Mayfield. That is caught, and he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Play fake. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Dancing to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. A play fake, now Cunningham. And this is going to be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Oh, good move. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Trask. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. A solid chunk of 11 yards there on the keeper. But 4th down now. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Trask on 1st down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working out of the gun, here's Trask. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Malik Harrison in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now 3rd down and very long. Trask. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this one is no good. He missed it, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
1st down throw for Trask. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Throwing, Trask. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Trask. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And right side, they're going to go option here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On third down, it's Hill. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now Trask.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Dodges him at the 50. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
From the gun, Trask.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Trask again.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Trask now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And now here come the Ravens.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now 2nd and 9.
Again, they run with Hill. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Setting to throw. Here's Trask. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trask to throw it. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Trask. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. And going back to the air with Trask. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. A good pickup there, a 22. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Trask. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Trask. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams